Why do we feel a need to fit in? Whether it's a social group, an organization such as our jobs, or society, there seems to be a drive to want to be counted. What is that incredible force that seems to draw us in? I'm speaking about conformity, and in this video, we are going to explore several aspects of conformity so you can have a better idea as to what it is and why it occurs. I am Kanu Sankara, a purpose development coach, a military leader with over a decade leadership experience, and a psychology student. Let's go. What is conformity? Conformity is a change in someone's behavior due to the real or imagined influence of others. Think of this scenario. You go to an ATM. There are multiple machines. However, there is one line of people going to one particular ATM machine. What do? Would you join the line? Would you ask someone why others aren't using the other machines? Or do you simply go and check one of the other machines for yourself? I've seen this on multiple occasions where persons simply join the line. I too have done it as well. And then someone walks up and randomly checks one of the other machines and discovers that it is functioning. Situations like these usually occur whenever we find ourselves in an ambiguous situation, one that isn't clear. We look to others around us to guide our behavior. And when we identify that they are a source of information, we conform. This is called informational social influence. Confirmation because of a lack of information on our part and the perceived source of information by others. Think about this. You're in a busy city and you hear loud explosions, and then you see a crowd of people with terror in their eyes running in the opposite direction. Will you casually continue along your path, or are you going to turn and follow the crowd? Informational social influence is usually very high in times of crisis, and people look to experts to provide them with knowledge. This can be doctors or even scientists. Think about COVID-19 when it first landed on the scene. Remember the confusion that it caused, and people were literally hanging on to the words of doctors or scientists. Informational social influence can also lead to private acceptance. Private acceptance is when people conform to others because they genuinely believe that they are right in what they say or do. This can be experts, family members, or even friends. Another aspect of conformity is public compliance. Public compliance is conforming in public without believing what others say or do. An individual may suspect that others are wrong but still go along because of the justifications that they have created for their actions. We will take a look at some of those justifications shortly. Now let's take a look at a major aspect of conformity. It is called normative social influence. This is conforming to be liked or accepted. We may see this manifest in childhood and later on in adolescence because of peer pressure, and as adults in social situations. However, it is important to note that in normative social influence, there may be public compliance, but not necessarily private acceptance. And in such instances, people go along simply to not feel strange or to look stupid in front of others. You have to remember that we have a fundamental need for social companionship, and often this is why we conform. There is a need to feel accepted by others. Every society is made up of groups that we all want to be accepted by. This includes school, our jobs, or even our families. And each of these groups has its own social norms. These are the accepted behaviors, beliefs, and value systems. People conform because they want to be a part of a group. Who wants to be rejected or stand out and made fun of? Almost nobody. You see, we may not be aware, but we have an inherent fear of rejection and ostracism. In ancient times, rejection from the group often led to death. And in modern times, rejection by any one of our groups can lead to social death. But what happens when someone is in a group and actively resists conformity? There are consequences. Those that resist are met with social disapproval. They may first try to convince the individual to return to the fold. But if that doesn't work, they may begin to verbally attack the individual. And if that still does not work, they may totally withdraw from the person and reject them. In some instances, groups are known to physically harm an individual who refuses to conform. After all that has been said, should you conform? Most certainly. We need to abide to social norms, rules, and laws. No one wants to be showing up to their child's parent teachers meeting dressed in lingerie. However, what is important is we need to be aware of the groups that we choose to conform to and ensure that their values and beliefs are in alignment with our value system. Best case scenario is we should question before we conform. So the next time that you visit the ATM and there are multiple machines, but persons are only going to one machine, maybe, just maybe, you should ask a question or check the other machines before joining the line. I hope that you find this information valuable. If you do, please like and share. And let me know in the comment section what social norm you have observed people conforming to without questioning. And if you haven't done so as yet, please subscribe and I will see you in the next video.